meeting to order, and I'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko.
Here.
Erie.
Here.
Reed.
Here.
Shire.
Here.
Mayor Vidal.
Here. Are there any changes to the agenda?
I don't have any, Mayor.
I also have none. So we will open the floor to public comment. If you have any comment for council, you're welcome to come to the podium. We do have a 3-minute time limit, and we ask that you state your name.
Is that now?
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
And just so you know, I'll let you know when you have 30 seconds left, okay? Great. Your name, please.
So my name is Jordan Russo. I'm here to speak on the Illinois 18 and Kangley Road intersection. I'm actually the one that started the petition. We installed so my significant other passed away last year in a tragic car accident at that intersection. And we installed a memorial set up there to, just to memorize him until he gets his gravesite. So I personally spent a lot of time at this intersection, and I have seen how dangerous it is. I've seen a lot of very near misses, a lot of close calls. People speed through that intersection, they blow through stop signs, they try to do burnouts through the stop signs. Something needs to be done. I've contacted a lot of the highway offices between IDOT and LaSalle County. They're doing their due process, but with just one person kind of advocating for it, there's not a lot of urgency behind it. The city requesting them to do something would definitely put way more weight behind it and stress more of an urgency for it. I just kind of wanted to read this last little script out of the petition that I have. In my research, I found there have been 23 total crashes in the last 9 years. Of those 23 crashes, there have been 30 injuries and 1 confirmed fatality on scene. There have been more injuries than crashes from 2014 to 2023. The totals haven't even been put into the system for 2024, and in 2025, we've already had a really bad accident, which was a rollover accident involving an SUV and a car. All I'm asking is just for support and raising awareness and alertness of drivers out there trying to make it safer for everybody, and I'm just trying to take something really tragic and turn it into something positive. And to add to that, when installing the memorial, the lady that lives in the White House right across the street directly from it came over and talked to us and said that in 20 years of living there, she's seen 5 people die, and Riley was the youngest at 21. Just to stress it. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.
Any other comment for council? We will go to new business. So item 1, resolution 2025-22, resolution authorizing and approving an IDOT highway permit for temporary closure of a portion of westbound Illinois Route 18 Main Street and the north lane of Bridge Street, and reduction of 2 lanes of northbound Illinois Route 23 Park Street to 1 lane for through traffic in the city of Streator in connection with cruise night. We get a motion and second.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Geary with the motion and Mr. Reed with the second. And any discussion? No, there, I know you met with them.
Just highlight. This year will be different than in other years. The car show itself will be held on Main Street as opposed to Hickory and around the park. And because of that, the street will need to be closed earlier than it has been in prior years. Also, the event will be shut down at 9 o'clock instead of later. We find that we have behavioral issues as the evening progresses, and it's prudent to cut it off at 9.
Any comments or questions for, and we know we have representatives from Dream Machines here. Anything for them? Okay, well, then I will ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Vidal.
Aye. Item 2, Resolution 2025-26, granting an award of facade grant to property owner Schultz Funeral Services, 1 Elizabeth Place, Streator. Can I get a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Okay, Mr. Danko with the motion and Mr. Shire with the second.
Madam Mayor, if I may, typically council receives and places the plan recommendation on file. We inadvertently left that off the agenda, but I would ask that the meeting minutes reflect that that recommendation was included in the meeting packet and reviewed by city council members.
And so, yeah, and speaking to that, it was a unanimous recommendation from the planning commission last week for recommending approval of the grant to the Schultz Funeral Services. They're at the former McGrath site. They're going to be completely repainting the front. You've been out there, they've got an existing entranceway that's going to get redone, new metal roofing to replace kind of the wood shake look. They're going to install signage. They didn't have a picture of the signage, but there will be signage on the building. And then new entry door and a couple windows. So, and a garage door on the north end of that east facade.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Vidal.
Aye. Item 3, Resolution 2025-27, resolution requesting that the Illinois Department of Transportation, IDOT, take action to improve traffic safety control at the intersection of Illinois Route 18 and East 15th County Road located in LaSalle County, Illinois. Can you get a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Okay. A motion by Councilmember Reed and second by Scott Shire. Any discussion? I know, Mr. Reed, this was something you brought in.
Yeah, I brought this up. I saw Ms. Russo's several posts on Facebook. I saw that she was very passionate about this project, and I realized governmental agencies don't take young people real serious when they're trying to fight for something on their own. So I thought a letter from the city of Streator or a resolution from the city of Streator would put some weight behind what she's doing, and I commend her for trying to make a positive change.
Thank you. Thank you. And same. Thank you. Okay, any other comments, questions, or discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Vidal.
Aye. Item 4, ordinance 2025-18, an ordinance amending section 5.16040 of the Streator Municipal Code concerning carnival permit fees for the city of Streator, LaSalle, and Livingston counties. Can I get a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Okay. Shire with the motion and Geary with the second. And any discussion? I will comment, we discussed items 4 and 5 are related because the fees are listed in 2 places in our ordinances. And we discussed this at our committee of the whole meeting 2 weeks ago or last month, the last meeting last month, but in the last 2 meetings, we've discussed this. So, any
Being vice president of legislature that hosts Park Fest, the first carnival in spring, I will abstain.
Okay. I will also mention I volunteer for Streator Fest. Though I am not a official board member, I do help at the website, so
And I volunteer for Streator.
so I'm pretty sure we are not on the board, so we
I'm
don't
chairman
want
of
to.
Pluto Fest.
So we don't do a
So we-
carnival for Pluto Fest, so.
Now this,
But we wanted to be clear so that there's no
well, for
ethics
clarification,
violations. Yes, yeah.
for clarification, we're not waiving the permit. We are giving
Waiving.
permission to the city manager
To waive it.
to waive it for nonprofits. So I don't think we have a conflict of interest.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but because Mr. Danko does serve as an executive officer for Lineup Streator, just to be
But
belt and
just be-
suspenders,
yeah.
because that's the kind of gal I am, I'm gonna recommend him on both votes.
All right, any further discussion? All right. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko,
Abstain.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Beat.
Aye. Item 5, ordinance 2025-19, ordinance amending section 348090 of the Streator Municipal Code concerning circus, carnival, and parade permit fees for the city of Streator, LaSalle, and Livingston counties. Can I get a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Geary and Mr. Shire with the second. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko,
Abstain.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Beat.
Aye. Item 6, motion to amend the 2025 calendar year meeting and holiday schedule to allow for city council committee of the whole meetings. Can you get a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Okay, Shire with the motion and Danko with the second. And any discussion? Again, we discussed this at a previous meeting. We'll move committee of the whole to the second Tuesday of the month. There are 2, I guess, odd dates. One is November the 11th. That Tuesday is Veterans Day. So we would move from the 11th to November 12th on a Wednesday. There's also Plan Commission and Parks Board scheduled for that, so we will have to possibly amend one of those meeting dates in the future. And there was 1 month in October where the second Tuesday and the third Wednesday are back to back, the 14th and the 15th, which happens maybe once or twice a year. So that's a quick turnaround. But any other discussion on this one? Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Beat.
Aye. Item 7 are mayoral appointments. And I get a motion and second to approve the appointments for Plan Commission and the Library Board.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Reed with the motion, Mr. Geary with the second. Any discussion? All right, clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Beat.
Aye. Item 8, consent agenda. Request a motion and second to approve the consent agenda with a fund warrant total of $1,097,888.57.
So moved.
Second.
I will go with Mr. Geary with the motion and Mr. Reed with the second. That was pretty close. Any discussion?
Didn't have it.
Okay, that's okay. Don't fight over it. Any discussion? I will tell you, my first meeting, Mr. Bruce Hart told me that if you don't make motions and seconds, they don't pay you to be up here. That's just a side. I'm like, oh, okay.
Council, you are not paid by the motion.
Oh, you were not. But day one, Bruce was messing with me. Okay, so clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Bedine.
Aye. Item 9, city official comments. You want to start? Have anything?
I just have a couple. First, make sure you get those tickets for the Liberty Dollars. EJ's in the back there. I gotta plug that from now till Streator Fest is over with. And the second, I want to congratulate Melissa Crank for going, I know you're probably gonna elaborate more on it, but it's not an easy job to raise that much money for a project, and she didn't do it alone. She had a good committee, a lot of family and friends, but she spearheaded it, and she got the money for Logan's Oasis, and I just want to congratulate her for seeing that all the way through.
No, I'm good.
I'll give a couple thank yous. We've had recently, the Streator Garden Club has planted the downtown planters, again, at no cost to the city. Streator Monarch Commission puts a butterfly garden in the back corner by the drive-through, between drive-through and the police station back there, and volunteered to put that together. Three Trees Nursery started and is almost complete, refreshing the landscaping around the Korean War Memorial. And Dankers Nursery also donated plants to help at the Soderstrom Memorial. So all 4 of those are greatly appreciated, and I thank them for that. Also, thanks to the Elks for the Flag Day concert and Poco Poco that was held last week here in Streator. She said, I think over 150 kids have gone through that program now in their 9 years, which is pretty impressive. Huge shout out to Constellation for their donation on the Logan's Oasis project. That was a very nice check that had to be kept in secret. And even I didn't know what it was gonna be. I heard a rumor, but I didn't know what it was gonna be until we showed up that Monday afternoon. So it's a good thing for our community, and I will completely give a huge shout out and credit to Melissa Crank for taking something bad and difficult and trying to make something better out of it. So it's a great appreciation from myself, and I'm sure the children of Streator as well, once they get to go and play and have fun there. So I do appreciate that. Anything from?
I wanted to mention that the dates have been set for IML. So mark your calendars if you want to go, September 18th through the 20th in downtown Chicago. So I believe we can start making reservations anytime.
Perfect. And I will mention also these Shining Lives is at Ingle Lane for another couple days, and it is a story about the Radium Girls. So did you get? So a great show, and Ingle Lane's always amazing with the talent they have. So if no further comment, I will request a motion and second for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Reed and second by Mr. Danko. And clerk, call the roll, please.